Well, markets got a little bit of everything yesterday. Oil drama, bond market pressure, Iran headlines, and of course, the big Nvidia countdown. Hey everyone, it's Tuesday morning, May 19th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. Alright, let's get started. So, U.S. stocks had a mixed start to the week. Investors were reacting to comments from President Trump, who said he would delay military action against Iran. That helped calm some nerves, at least for a moment. But well, the bond market had other plans. The yield on the 10-year U.S. Treasury climbed above 4.6%, and that kept pressure on stocks. Higher yields make investors worry that the Federal Reserve may have to stay tough on inflation or even consider another rate hike if price pressures keep building. And one major reason for those inflation worries is oil. Brent crude briefly moved above $110 before pulling back a little. The move came after President Trump said he would hold off on a planned military attack on Iran, which had originally been expected for today because serious negotiations were now taking place. On Wall Street, the Standard & Poor's 500 ended just below the flat line. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 0.3%, while the Nasdaq Composite fell 0.5%. So, not a dramatic sell-off, but definitely some caution under the surface. Now, this week is also important because investors will get a closer look at the U.S. consumer. But the big one, of course, is Nvidia. And this is not just another earnings report. Nvidia has become one of the key symbols of the artificial intelligence boom, so investors will be watching very closely to see whether the numbers still support the hype. Over in Europe, markets actually had a stronger day. Germany's DAX 40 rose 1.49%, while the Euro Stoxx 50 gained 0.36%. Deutsche Börse was one of the strongest names, rising 4.66%. In France, the CAC 40 added 0.44%, helped by Publicis Group, which climbed 6.02%. And in the UK, the FTSE 100 gained 1.26%, with Centrica up 4.07%. So, the takeaway is pretty clear. Investors are relieved that military action may be delayed, but they are still worried about oil, inflation, and higher yields. Alright, that's it for today's Capital Markets Quickie. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe and stay in the loop. See you tomorrow morning.